we can be crazy too, you know, the ladies and gents. Oh, okay, I can. If you could go back in time, what would you say to your 21-year-old self? I would say, get a grip and just be yourself. I know it sounds harsh, but if you're like me, you were brought up being told, what do you get told? So we were brought up being told, be seen and not heard. If you see me looking at you, you'll get 3 counts and then you're in trouble when we get back home. Or you're only loved if you're a good girl. Why can't you be a good girl? Why can't you do this and help me around the house like a good girl? And you get the impression that unless you are a good girl or a good person or a good child, you're not lovable. And what's happened over time, we get conditioned to suppress our real self, and you get conditioned to think that, oh, if I'm this certain person, or if I do this nicely, or if I'm nice to people, I'm lovable, I'm a nice person, and people will think really well of me. But over time, that really doesn't let you develop as a person. And I think us women, and I know some men too, and probably a lot of men too, grow up thinking that they're not good enough. So what's my point in this? My point is basically, I've created this YouTube channel just to explore what I like to do. I've explored reflexology, craniosacral therapy, and now I've just qualified as a nutritional therapist, and I've also been a midwife for over 12 years. And a lot of that is to do with people pleasing. I like to be like, it's good to care about other people, but deep down I think there's an element of I've chosen those paths to be like. So if you could go back in time, what would you tell your 21-year-old self? Let me know in the comments below, and maybe we could all share what we would like to tell our old self, our 21-year-old self, and see, maybe explore how her life would have turned out if we knew then what we know now. So what's that got to do with finding your passion at midlife? I watch a lot of videos on YouTube just to see what other midlife people are doing, and all I read is to do with things like HRT, midlife crisis, giving up on yourself, and I just think, this is the problem about us women and men, I'm sure. At this stage in life, we were never taught how to do what we enjoy. A lot of us were told to get an education, get a good education, get a good career, work your ass off for 40, 50 years, and then you grow old because you're tired and achy. And for me, this channel is about exploring fun times. The children are grown up. We have now the freedom to do what we want to do with our life. We don't have to worry about having kids. How about enjoy life? What do I like to do? The one thing I discovered when I started doing nutritional therapy was creating recipes or cooking. And I've always loved cooking. I have a GCSE in home economics, so that just tells you how old I am, because I don't think they call it home economics anymore. They call it kitchen technology or something techy like that, you know. Millennials, not us. Home economics, that's us. So I like cooking, and well, not necessarily cooking, but preparing dishes so I can photograph them. I've discovered that, like my dad, not that it's an intention to follow in his footsteps, but I like photography. I like creating images, taking photos, changing the image to make it pretty or what I like, or my interpretation of a pretty picture. A professional photographer will probably think it's a rubbish composition, but I'm not claiming to be a professional photographer, or I'm not claiming to know much about photography, because in all honesty, I know very little about photography. But I have a fairly okay camera in its time. I know it's a bit old now, but it still takes pictures, and that's what I enjoy. I can spend hours taking photos of a dish that I've created, and it's a running joke that I get told it's time to eat, the food's getting cold, but I'd be happy for it to get cold if I can get that nice photo. What else do I like? So since discovering YouTube, I have been learning, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos and just basically learning how it all works. Again, I've enjoyed learning about that. I've enjoyed getting back with my camera and learning how to take videos. I've learned about mics, and if you're a midlifer like me and you're learning how to take videos and do YouTube, this is just about £10 off Amazon. Unfortunately, it doesn't work on my camera, so I'm gonna have to do a little sweet talking with my honey and getting a mic that will work on the camera. My aged camera, bit like me, but hey, that's what I like, and that's what I want to explore on this channel. So how about you? What would you like to explore now that maybe your children are old enough to get on with their life? You're either on your own, having the freedom to explore what you enjoy, or you're with your husband or partner and you've got the freedom to do what you'd love to do, or what you would have loved to do when you were 21 or 25 or 30 or even 40. What would you like to do now that you've got the freedom to do what you want to do? Tell me in the comments below, and let's all share how we can make our 40s, 50s, 60s and beyond more exciting. And let's all help each other, because I know that YouTube is full of millennials or young ones doing their thing on YouTube or even social media, and I think it's high time that us midlifers or second timers actually take to the stage and show them how it's done. So comment down below if you like this video, hit the like button. So I will be posting further videos and sharing my experiences on how I'm developing myself, or what I would have loved to develop myself as a 21-year-old in terms of my personality. Comment down below and share your experience and what you would have liked yourself to be or your personality to be, and let's share experiences and show the young'uns what we can do and take to their social media stage, and let's show them what we can do too. If you would like to get notified when I have a new video out, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. And until then, I'll see you next time.